think about something different every day. Why you make just relax a bit? Ain't no accidents. It's just all for the
Heaven High, everybody. Welcome. Heaven High, everybody. Welcome to Heaven High Podcast. I am super excited because my dear Victoria Platt is here. Oh my goodness, she is here. And let's just jump right in. We only have an hour, so I want to jump in. I want to jump in with this somatic experiencing practice. Well, first, she is a lot of things. She's I know her as an actor, first and foremost, but also by her heart. You tell them who you are, and then we'll jump in. I just know every time I see you like you are right now, sunshine and happy faces, and it's like, hey, oh! So
we just mirror each other because I remember us seeing each other in, on auditions and on the beat, and we've been out here for a while.
Yes,
we won't stay that long, but no. And it's always wonderful to see you, and always just a blessing. And the beat can be an interesting place, and as we get older,
yes,
it starts to thin out more and more.
Yes, and
we're still out here
with AI, and it's a lot of things that's changing it, because we still cute.
Girl, you know what?
We are cute. But I was so excited when Miss Jean, who was on Heaven High Podcast, told me about you. I said, wait a minute, I know Victoria. What?
I know. And she said to me, I'm going to be on this podcast. And she told me the podcast. She said, yeah, this woman, Tangi Ambrose, is going to be. I was like, to who? About what? So it's so funny that both of us, we know each other from a completely different field, but ended up still in the same field.
Still in the same, that through line.
Yes.
So please tell the viewers a little of what you do.
So in my wellness business, I first got certified as an Anusara Yoga instructor, and that was in 2005. Now I have to admit, I loved yoga, but it really was more about I can't stand working out, and unless somebody paying me, I wasn't gonna do it. It ended up being something that was really spiritually grounding for me, and it has always been a part of my life. But then I started really getting into healing and wellness for myself. Now I've been since I was a child. I have a very colorful childhood, and so I was in therapy when I was a child. So therapy is something that I've always done and always been really an advocate for other people as well. I frankly think it should be a necessity. I don't care what kind of therapy, but some kind of modality that people are in from very young. And nothing has to be wrong. We have such a stigma around modalities of healing, particularly when it comes to therapy. Now, we don't have no problem going to the dentist every 6 months. We don't have no problem getting a physical. So I don't know what the difference is in terms of we should get maintenance on our hearts, our minds, and our bodies.
Yes.
Somatic way. So skip to in 2014, I got certified in an energy balancing modality called the Innerlight method. And that was when it's similar to Reiki. And that was when I started actually taking clients. I started seeing people. And it was in 2014, I had just given birth. And that method was really interesting for me because when I was getting certified, I was pregnant. And I really wanted a modality that didn't cross the barrier so that my child was protected. And the one that came up as being the most safe for my little bambina. So I got certified in that. And then from there, I became a minister in my church in 2017. And in 2020, I became a Somatic Experiencing Practitioner.
Wow. I absolutely love how you say, this is what I want to do, but I don't want to do it just to do it. So let me learn how to do it so that I'll be getting paid to do that. I'm
Look,
gonna have to get certified.
let me tell you.
Pilates, aerobics, I like those things, but oh my goodness.
Yes. And a part of our work, in a part of the thing that I do in this work, is I help people to hack their own system. You got to know how your system operates. I know I don't have the kind of discipline to do things I really don't like if I don't see direct results. Working out was one of those things. And I'm like, I feel good. I'm still fitting into my clothes. Who needs working out? But I
Right.
know it's good for me. And so I knew, if you ain't getting paid for this, and even more importantly, because my yoga classes are donation only, and there are times when I don't get anything, and there are
Right.
people in class, and that's okay. I think the biggest thing for me is, if I'm responsible to people, if
Yeah.
I know people are going to be showing up and I have to show up for them, then I'll do it.
Yeah, me too. Me too. That's so smart. Like I always thought it would be great if we had an adult cheerleading camp where I could cheer people on, because I would go there and be like, yes, and really get fit. So yes, okay. And the somatic, tell me, I remember when I was teaching, I had a student who was a Spanish speaking student. And I was to help her read whenever it was time to read. And it seemed like she was just shut down when it came to that. Like I felt like every time she would start to try to speak English or read English and mess up, somebody yelled at her or something. And so now it just made her real uncomfortable. And she was very smart. And I remember investigating and finding somatic therapy. That's something that could have helped her. Yes.
Absolutely. It's something that could have helped. So, how most people know therapy, cognitive behavioral, CBT or EFT, um, emotion focused therapy, how we talk about how we think about things or how we feel about things, but very rarely do we talk about how those things actually land in our bodies. And our bodies, there's a wonderful book by Bessel van der Kolk called The Body Keeps the Score. The body keeps the score.
Mm-hmm.
There's also another incredible book called My Grandmother's Hands by Resmaa Menakem. One of my, you probably don't even know me, but one of my master teachers in this plane. But the body feels things and registers things before everything else. So if you imagine, I want you to imagine, like when you're talking about the mind, the heart, and the body.
Yes.
The mind is like this part of the arm.
Okay.
The heart is here, the elbow, and this is
Okay.
the body. Okay. So the
Okay.
heart actually connects the mind and the body. And the heart kind of like the middle child. It's like, wait, you say what? Okay, I'm feeling it. Wait, you say what? Okay, I'm feeling it. But the first place that we get to is the body. When we touch something, it's the body first. And then the heart does some translating, because if the body constricts, like how you said she got stuck because there was something in her that either made her feel small, tight, constricted, little, a pressure.
Yes.
That's her body responding before her heart or her mind had an opportunity to do anything. Heart is trying to translate, and then the mind is translating what the heart and the mind and the body are experiencing, but it's the body that experiences it first. So somatic experiencing, that modality, any somatic modality, works with how the body is experiencing external and internal stimuli.
Okay, that means it's how I'm experiencing a clean house versus a dirty house.
Yes.
And internal, how I feel about it, or whatever it is that I'm dealing with right then.
Yes.
And that's what the problem is when people are saying affirmations and their mind is saying it, but the body is like, ah! And so it doesn't manifest, right?
So that's such a great example. I'm glad you brought that up, because people are like, I say my affirmations every day and nothing's changing in my life. But the affirmation, so just so you know, analogies are my love language. I will find an analogy
Me
for
too,
everything.
girl. I love it. I love it.
So if you imagine that the affirmation is a seed,
Yes.
but you can't just plant seeds all over the place. Seeds need some other stuff. They need water, they need sunlight,
They need dirt.
they need dirt. So you could plant it, but the real work comes in the watering and the sun. And that is the feeling, the emotion connected to the affirmation. So for instance, let's say your affirmation is, this is the one everybody does, right? I am abundant. But if you don't, I am abundant.
Money
But
comes to me easily.
money comes
Comes
to
to
me
me
easily.
fast.
Oh, we
Yes,
love that
money
one.
loves
Money
my
comes to me.
company. When money comes, it lasts. Okay.
I love that. Oh, I'm gonna have to write that one down later. But if you're not feeling the emotion that goes along with what it would mean for that to be true,
Yes.
then all you did was plant a seed, but you didn't water it.
So I can
And
have seeds all over the place.
you got seeds everywhere.
I
They
got
ain't
seeds
they ain't got no
everywhere.
water. And then the sunlight is then moving through the world as if all of that is true. The affirmation is the seed. The
Ah.
water is the emotion. So if I go, well, what emotion would I feel if I were really and truly abundant?
What? I feel like,
Right. So we name the emotion. Ooh,
yes.
liberated. What does liberated feel like? Now I'm feeling liberation. And
Yes.
now the sunlight is then moving through the world with all of that being true.
Mm.
Even
Mm.
in the face of what we call reality, which ain't
Yes.
necessarily real, but that's a whole other conversation. Because
Yes.
you have to commit to the seed, the water, and the sun.
The seed, the water, and the sun. Okay. Okay. Now you also work with children. You even have a camp for the babies where
Right.
you help them work with this somatic therapy. And you said that you don't, they're playing games, they're learning, but they don't realize they're learning. Are
Yes.
are there games for adults that like a game that I like to play? Is this the same thing? Is the wouldn't it be nice game? Because so with wouldn't it be nice, I say, wouldn't it be nice if someone called me up and said, Tangi, we want to rerun the commercial that you and your daughter did some years ago, and we just want to pay you $50,000? Wouldn't it be nice if someone that I've worked with before called me up and said, Tangi, I'm doing this show. I want you to come and do it. You're already network approved. Wouldn't it be nice if somebody said, I want to sponsor Heaven High Podcast? Those, wouldn't it be nice is a way for me to feel it and dream about it without putting my mind in front saying, but.
Yes. That is one of the ways, because that's play and imagination, and there's possibility there. And
Yes.
when we talk about somatics, then we start to notice, because what I would ask you is, How does it feel in your body when you say that?
Oh, make me want to dance. I feel light.
Yeah.
I
So then
feel
we would, and
light.
I would say, now slow that movement down. And we
Okay.
would just really relish and just feel into that space of, wouldn't it be nice to,
Nice. Yes,
yeah.
yes.
See, and
Yeah.
that excited energy, which goes like this, which is, we
Calm
need it,
down.
it then settles in and
Yeah.
roots down into your DNA. That's what we want.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny too, because I get excited when I think about it. But when it happens, like I can remember the first time I booked a show.
Mm.
Honestly, the very first one, I was kind of numb. I was lost. The very
Mm.
first one, I was lost. I didn't know what to do with myself. I had money. I had bills that I paid. I couldn't audition. It was nobody to win over because everybody was being nice because I was on the show.
Got
You
it.
know, just like it was over before we did, I think, 12 episodes, and it was over before my body caught up to enjoy the experience.
Yeah.
So then
So,
the next time I booked one, I had fun every single solitary second. I said, no matter how long it lasts, you
yeah,
know, but
that numb feeling may have actually was most likely overwhelm. We very rarely feel numb. Numb is a really narrow place to live. We
yeah,
have a feeling about most things. Normally, when we're numb, it's because there's so much happening. We may be
yeah,
feeling so many emotions that the
yeah.
system just short circuits. It just goes, "This is too much," and
Um,
it crashes
so,
out.
so yeah, you're right. I think I was more overwhelmed and
Probably
shocked.
in good ways and in the pleasant ways, like, oh my gosh, I got it. You know what I mean? Especially that first show, because I remember going, oh, series regular or like
Yes,
roll on, and I'm making what and
yes,
that excitement after having, and you know how it is for us. We grind and we
yes,
grind and we just keep grinding, and then all of a sudden it's, wait, I got it.
yes, yes,
And that can actually short circuit the system. So
yes.
somatics is not just for processing trauma. It's for creating a system that is regulated. And I want to make sure that we're not just using these buzzwords without backstory. So having a regulated system is not necessarily a calm system. A regulated system is a system that responds appropriately in given circumstances. So
Mm,
if there's a fire in a building, we want the system to move. We don't want to be calm. We want to get up and we want to be able to go.
yes.
But, and people call them triggers, but I actually don't use the word trigger. I use activation, because
Okay.
activation is just charge. It's just lots of energy or emotion moving through the body. It's not bad or good. We don't label it bad or good. We
Mhm.
could experience it as pleasant or unpleasant, but either too much pleasant or too much unpleasant can shut the system down.
I've experienced that before. Yes.
Hmm? And you
Yes.
kids sometimes when they get really excited, they go, and you're like,
Yes.
not sure. Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you,
Yes.
what's happening? It's the
Yes.
system going, I don't know what to do with this, so much, so much, so much. In
Mm.
somatics, we learn how to process that so much, so that we actually, because temperance, we have to be able to temper our systems, our nervous systems, to tolerate very difficult things, but we also need to temper our systems to tolerate really wonderful things as well. We often don't have a container that's large enough or strong enough to contain joy. It's one of the
Yes.
hardest emotions to hold.
And I'm laughing, Victoria, because I'm thinking, what about a woman who, whenever she's getting ready to have an orgasm, she tightens up? Can the somatics teach her how to relax so that she can actually enjoy it?
Ah, Yes, actually. Yes, and I've had a couple clients who I've worked with on that. Yeah.
Really?
No, they are not having orgasms in my sessions. Unless they are and they're not telling me about it, but it's not a requirement.
Right, right.
The process. But yeah, absolutely.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting. And I can think of so many things like for I didn't grow up with my daddy. So he's in my life now, very much so. And that's a long story. I love him to life. But
Mhm.
I noticed for a long time I've been attracted to men that were a challenge. You know, I like to win.
Yeah.
And when I think back now that I'm grown and I got my daughter, guys that would just love me like right off, I'd be like, what's wrong with him? Why he like me so much? What he want? Instead of instead of saying, you see how she's sneaking out. Wasn't that cute? Like y'all weren't gonna see her sneak out.
So cute. It was cute.
That's cute. That's cute.
Just tall.
Yes, yes, a whole person. I love you too, baby. But I noticed that I would go after guys that were a challenge, and if they would just come at me, then I would be like, instead of yes, they should feel that way because I didn't grow up with my father there telling me all this stuff. So
Yeah.
now that I have my daddy, he's been full-fledged every day since college. I haven't been in a relationship other than my children's father, and so I wonder, in my mind, I feel like I have moved forward where I can handle that, because I would love to have a man like my daddy. I like him and love him. He's awesome.
Yeah.
But what kind of tools would I do in order to work through that? Because everybody keeps saying they see my man. Do you see my man around me somewhere? He's
Well,
coming.
if I see him around you, then that's not a good sign because it means he's in the other world. We don't want
Right. Right.
we want him in physical time here in this
Okay,
time.
okay.
But yes, the short answer is yes. And what would we do? So the first thing that we would do is we would a typical session would be we would ground and orient. So we would settle the nervous system first, make sure that you're grounded, make sure you're present. And then we would find some point of anchor in the body. So what's feeling solid, what's feeling loved. And if someone can't find that in the body, then we look around, we orient and go, okay, what do you see in the room that is pleasant to look at? And we talk about that. And we notice how that lands in the body. So we have an anchor, a solid place to land and to work from, because we need solid ground first. Okay, what's your issue? What are you coming here with today? Of course, it's not that, harsh. Although sometimes it is, depending on who the client is.
Who it is.
You gotta just get to it, right?
Yes.
But it would be around, okay, yeah, I'm having challenges with relational dynamics with men. Okay, great. What comes up even as you say it? What's in the body? And
my body say, I don't need no man right now. I got to get my own stuff together.
Okay. And so when you say, I don't need nobody in my life,
I got time for them.
Good. So there was almost a move, almost like a push away, right? And so then in that case, because it's somatic, so we got to move. So I would say, you know what, that movement that you did,
just push them away. I'm sorry, but I do got to get myself together because I want to come full.
Yes. And so then she'll be in there in a minute, and just give her
right.
But the thing about how we walk down that road, because we don't know where that road takes us. It could take us to, you know what? I don't know why I have this fixation on making sure I'm at a certain place before and why do I compartmentalize, and it might go down a road where we realize something happened way back here that led to this that actually doesn't mean this at all. And the push away is a protection because of some sort of concern, hurt, fear, avoidance. Because what do we do most of the time? We have a fixation in our country, in our culture, in our country, but I think it's actually a world issue, I would imagine, because I see it in a lot of different cultures and a lot of different places.
Yes.
Is the fixation on avoiding pain and suffering.
I felt that in my body.
What did you feel? What came up?
That in my body. It was like a wash, like, ooh, Tangie, you do that. Cause look, Sonia Marie, she's all excited. Ooh, Miss Victoria, she's laying it out. She letting her have it. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, hey, Kim Stacy. I felt that in my body because I like to be happy. I like to be happy. So when things happen that don't make me happy, I focus on what feels good.
Yeah.
I like feeling good. I like it. And I do what I need to do. That's why I understand how this situation, because I like feeling good. So I feel good a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So if I feel good so much, then what in the heck is going on to manifest the things that don't feel good?
Yes.
And Sonia Marie here will be like, well, you gotta get to the shadow part, and you know, the whatever it was that hurt Miss Jean, to all of them, whatever that's the thing about doing this podcast, whatever that something is.
Yes.
So could what you do, the somatic experiencing or the energy balancing, could that find, like, I know what it is with my childhood, you know, and my daddies and all that kind of stuff. I done got that figured out. The money part I ain't got figured out. I'm like, Lord, you take care of these trees, you should be taking care of me. It should be an abundance.
Yes.
I don't know what that is. But could what you do help someone like me who doesn't know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because we just follow, the body can't lie. So all we do is follow what the body's telling us. And it'll start to inform the heart and the mind. And it is, at some point, there'll be a revelation around, oh, I do this because of this. And I do that because of that. And oh my goodness. And then we temper the system. Then we do what I call TOGARs, the toys of grounding and regulation. And TOGARs, I just shorten it for myself because it helps me remember.
Okay.
Analogies and acronyms as love languages. But that and I call them toys because, and this came from Resmaa Menakem, is tools suggest that there's something to be fixed when there's nothing to be fixed at all. We don't need to be fixed. I have a workshop once a month, the third Sunday of every month, called UNCOVERY. And the UNCOVERY is for that particular purpose. It's not to fix anything. It's to uncover it. We have all the traumas and the expectations and the illusions and the stuff these people told us and the expectations that we think from the other world and blah, 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 blah. Next thing, we are buried somewhere under all of that. The process of somatics starts to peel that stuff away, and we just keep digging down. So while things are peeling away, we're also digging down. So we find what those roots are. And it may not be trauma, like we think everything is trauma. Not everything is trauma, but we have made some decisions about life, about ourselves, and about the world based on childhood experiences, which or may not have been traumatic, but we made decisions. And as we move through life, we don't go back and go, you know, I made this decision about this when I was 7. I did that because of so-and-so. Do I still need that? Nah, I don't. The process of somatics and other therapies as well allows us to go, let me re-examine these ideas that I have about myself, the world. Is that necessary? Do I still need that? You know what? So now that I've recognized that I don't need it, now I need to temper my system for a new way of being in that dynamic.
Temper my system. Temper my system. So that means now that I understand why I make those choices and push him away, now I don't have to push him away. I just have to talk myself slowly through it. And okay. 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 Well, we'll deal with him later. We'll deal with him on the session so that
For a session.
yeah, because I'm thinking of all kind of stuff. Because yeah. Because I did try that years ago. I said, but I didn't know about somatic, so I didn't do it right. But I noticed my pattern. And so I said, I'm gonna write down what I want in a man on a piece of paper. Write it all out. And then when I find that man, I'm gonna date that man. And I found that man. And we dated. And he got on my nerves. I got tired of hearing them talk, hearing them laugh. I just, and but he fit everything on paper.
Yes.
And then I tried another time with another guy, and he was all natural and earthy and everything. And then I found out he had done drugs, like drugs, like crack. And I was like,
Yeah.
so I said, I give up.
Yeah. Two. And I'm out.
But then I met my children's father, and I just, I fell in love. And now that we're not together, we'll see where we go. You know, we were together a wonderful 10 years, and now I'm here.
And
how does it end up being a therapy session? Y'all need to comment and say, Tangie, stop it. What were you going to say?
Well, and here's the thing. There's a number of ways that somatics works with all manner of things, because one of those things is what our expectations are. And again, we have to be really, especially in the spiritual community, we have to be really careful not to spiritually bypass. We're like, you know what? I'm going to magic my way through this. And writing everything down. I want this and this and this and this and this and this and this. And what are you expecting the angels to do? They ain't got no place to work.
Ain't got no place. Yeah.
And we do that because we want to control it. Why do we want to control it? Because we're trying to control the outcome. Why? Because we're afraid that it's not going to be what we want. And if it's not what we want it, then we're doing what? Pain and suffering. Again, avoiding pain and suffering. Instead of going, you know what? I actually don't know what I need.
Well, wait. That's what I say now, Lord. I'll be like, I surrender. I haven't written anything down. I haven't written anything down, Lord. You know it. I have. I just imagine my heart I do want to be a blessing to people. So I do imagine me sending love out into the world, but I got some wants, but I ain't written nothing down. But go ahead. Yes, I get it. Want to control it. Look at Sonia Marie. She loves you. Sonia loves you. Boom, she says. Okay.
So to look at the piece around moving through the world as if I already have the thing. I don't need to know what his name is. I don't need to tell you how tall he is or not. Because the fact of the matter is, I really don't know what's going to light me up. I think I know.
I don't know.
But you know what I do know? I know what I feel when I'm with that person. So I'm holding that. Instead of this list, he needs to do this. He needs to have this. He needs to up. Instead of that, I'm going to hold I know what the feeling is when I'm in a right relationship.
Yes.
When I am with the right person.
Yes.
The person that grows me.
Yes.
The person that supports me.
Yes.
When I'm with that person, I know what we don't say should, but should feel like. I feel it in my body.
Yes.
I'm holding the feeling of it.
I love that. I love that. Look at me. This is crazy, but I love that. But I'm thinking, I don't want to talk about him. I want to talk about the abundance. That's
That's the same process.
the
It's
abundance.
energy. And there are some things that we do have to recognize, right? We are
Yes.
a planet with systems and
Yes.
institutions.
Yes.
Chose to be here during this time, right? For this very reason I came into the world.
Yes.
This very time.
Yes.
Sometimes we just getting hit by stray bullets
Yes.
because we are here to help usher in maybe whatever the next incarnation is of currency. Because there's
Yes.
something wrong with the system.
For that.
There's
Yes.
always wrong with the
I
system.
agree. I
No,
agree.
right?
I agree.
We each have a credit score, which means what exactly? What now? You're basing
Right.
value on there are things that don't make sense to, and I really hesitate to call us spiritual beings because that's all we can be. It's like, oh, I'm a spiritual being, as if I can be anything else. If I'm
Mhm.
being, it is spiritual. There is nothing that is not spiritual.
Right. Whether you know it or not.
Know it or not, whether you acknowledge it, agree with it, your agreement is not necessary for it to be an operation.
Mhm.
So there are things that are the antithesis of humanity, of life, of how we flow in these being bodies.
Mhm.
Capitalism is one of them. How money operates is one of them. The extraction extraction and how we view productivity, how our value is
Yes.
determined. We
Yes.
have an idea that there's that saying, I think, therefore I am. Well, wait a
Yeah.
minute.
Yes.
Wait a minute. It's not just I think. So then cognition is prioritized over heart, feeling, and sensation in the body. Wait,
Mhm.
how about I am, therefore I am? Because
Mm.
that's what I recall. I am that I am.
Yes.
Therefore I am.
I
That's all.
am.
So
Yes.
when we're talking about abundance, part of why it's so elusive to so many of us that operate in this wellness experience. And this is just downloading to me right now. So if I cry, it's because I'm hearing it for the first time.
Okay.
It's because we've bought into how it's translated. Okay. I'm going to say that better. Money is not the value. We need it because that's how this
System.
system has been constructed.
Mhm.
But at any other time, we wouldn't need that. You know what we do need, though? We need love. We need community.
Yes.
We need purpose.
I got all that.
We got all that.
Yes.
But because the system treats us poorly when we don't have money,
Yes.
because the system constructs ways of determining value, and these are here and these are here based on how much money you have, which
Yeah.
actually nothing to do with meritocracy. It has nothing to do with who you are as a person, has nothing to do with what you contribute. It has nothing to do with who you are and what you bring to the table.
Mhm. Mhm.
But we have to operate in it. We have to pay our bills. We need a roof over our heads. We have to eat. But we also are brainwashed to a degree. And because we are, but we operate in spiritual spaces and have dedicated and committed ourselves to a level of truth and transparency and embodiment and presence with our lives, people, world,
Mhm.
something as misaligned as money then we trying to align with, I don't think we should be surprised. I'm not saying we cannot make money.
Oh, wait. I got chills. You see them?
Yeah, I'm having a hot flash. Where's my?
Oh, I understand. Ah, yes.
So there's a misalignment, and we're trying to still align with money. And there's something here that I'll have to sit with later, but we're trying to align with money and bring it in. But it really is there's a misattunement there that doesn't allow for us to access it. So there's a block there. Again, I'm not saying we cannot have it and be abundant, but there is other work to be done with regard to our relationship with money.
Mm-hmm.
We know it's false, and we
She's
still
and we still chase it.
and
We
I know
still
that, but still something's misaligned, and in misalignment it,
Sonia Marie asks, can you give examples, Miss Victoria, for those that need to hear that plainly? How do we live and function in reality that way? Like, I know even for me, I see who I am and I see my gift. I see what I do. I see the beauty in everything that I have. I see the blessings that come to me daily. I see how God is always taking. I see that. But I also see my bank account.
yes.
So,
Mm.
and I don't focus on that because whether I'm talking about my life, my man, or my finances, I want to be happy. I want to feel loved. I want to feel safe, and I want to feel free. And so I have a way of functioning where I focus on those things. And that's why I'm able to spin in the rain. And that's why I say I'm walking on water, because I know, my footsteps, but I have noticed that around the time since the industry has slowed down for me, really since my mother died. I booked my last 2 series right before she died. And I haven't booked another show. I booked guest stars, but not another. And I booked recurring, but it's different money. But I
Yeah.
haven't booked another show since.
Mm.
Um, so but I have noticed, and it was better this month, that around the time when my major bills, my car payment, my overhead, all this stuff, my body will get like I feel it everywhere. Like my body's like, I feel it. But this month financially, it's been the worst that it could possibly be. But my body didn't do that. So I
Mm.
was like, progress.
Yes.
You're like, yes, but the money still ain't here. But I'm like, yes.
But here's the thing. Okay. I'm going to slow down because my system is ramping. So I'm noticing there's a lot of charge in my head between my ears, both sides. I'm noticing there's a lot of energy at my wing points, which normally means ancestors are present. And I'm having a lot of heaviness in the base of my spine. So, okay. So, how do we operate in this situation, right? One, I want to say, what a beautiful demonstration for you that you said it's the worst it's ever been, but you still feel that.
Yes.
So, why isn't that enough? Number one.
Because I still have to take care of all of this.
And this is an interesting thing. It's being taken care of. You know how I know?
How do you know?
Because you're still sitting there.
That's true. Okay.
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 And this is not a spiritual bypass. Just be happy with what you have. That's not what we're doing. But we need to stay in present time. Spirit is a present time being. It
Yes.
does not understand the future. It does not understand the past. It's what are you talking about? We're here, but we're alive. And this feeling that we have, why are we not satisfied with that feeling? Now, when you start telling me I'm not fed, I'm unhoused, I'm ill and can't take care of myself, now we got to go deeper. It could, right? It could be, let's back up. We're going to put a pin in that one. Okay. For us in the work that we do, because I've experienced it as well. And I know both of us as actors, you said you were on a show, right? I tell people I've been rich 5 times and poor.
Yes. 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 Yes.
But then we have to live in, and there's a number of things that we do here, right? This is not we do this thing and it all clears up. We get the money and da. One, we live in the end as if I have it. No matter what anything else is telling me, I live in the end.
Yes.
Because our thought process today is what's creating the tomorrow.
Yes.
So again, that's the feeling. That's that feeling. Okay. The affirmation is, all right, I know I'm taken care of. I'm always taken care of. How would it feel if I was taken care of? It would feel like, yes. Okay, well, now we live in the yes. I don't care what the bank account looks like. And when the thing happens in the brain, but you go, okay, we revise every single time. Every single time we revise it.
Mm-hmm.
But, all right, here we go. Because the nervous system, the brain in particular, is hardwired to focus on the negative. That's a hard wiring. It's in our bodies. We cannot get away from that.
Yeah.
And the reason is because the system wants you to stay alive. So anything that causes like the system goes, we got to fix that.
Oh,
So
yeah.
5 or 6 positive thoughts. And when I say positive, I don't mean just like penny any positive. I mean like the real deal positive, to override or squash one negative.
Mm.
And this part is science is demonstrating that. I'm sure there's wiggle room based on what system you're working with and what that body has gone through.
Yes.
But our brains focus on the negative because it goes, that is possibly unsafe. That's possibly a danger. And if it's a danger, we need to fix it. And we want to make sure, if nothing else, we stay alive.
Yes.
So every time, so we live, let's say, all right, here we are. We've done our affirmation. We've watered and given it sun. And now we moving through the world in the end, right? Like,
yes.
Walk the world knowing that I am abundant. I have all of the things that I need. Doesn't matter what's happening over here, right? I have all the things that I need. And not spiritual bypassing, like living in the feeling of it, not trickery and illusion. That's why the feeling is important. Living in the feeling of it. And then every time a thought comes up, we revise it.
I see. And we revise it by slowly climbing out. So like if the thought comes out, what if I get kicked out? Then the thought would be, you start at the kick. Well, if I get kicked out, I'll go live with somebody. But I've never been kicked out before. You start and build up. How do you?
So what you do is you go, oh, look at you. Let's notice what's happening in the body. There's constriction there. Okay, I'm noticing my shoulders were up. And you don't try and change it. We don't try and change it. We let the body have its experience. I know you're afraid, okay, because I'm feeling the shoulders are up. It's attached to fear. Well, what happens if, okay, and the mind goes, well, what happens if you get kicked out? Well, yeah, I hear you. I hear that you've got some concerns there. And now what's happening? Now where does the energy go? And you'll notice stuff will start to shift as your body and the heart and the mind an opportunity to process their freaked outedness.
Yes. Yes.
Go, okay, good. Are we good? And this is the thing. We feel like we have to actually answer that. We don't. I'm not arguing with this lowly experience. I'm not arguing with that. I will watch you process. I will witness and process with you. Got it. Okay. Awesome. I am abundant. I am rich beyond measure. Oh, there's that feeling again. Now let's go. Here we go. We back in.
Yes.
So this is, I want to explain another analogy. This is my favorite analogy for how this work operates. So I want you to imagine that you are driving. You're on a road. Okay. And you've got 3 kids in the back seat.
Okay.
that ride, all of it. At first you were looking like, ooh, a nice road trip. 3 kids.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. 3 in the back seat. Not 1, not 2, but 3.
3.
Okay. Okay.
There's a 9-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Now you know what that ride's gonna be like. We got 17 hours with kids in the back seat. Okay. One of them talking about, are we there yet? The next one talking about, I'm bored. The next one talking about, I'm hungry. I have to pee.
Yes.
So imagine that those 3 kids in the back seat, that's your mind, your heart, and your body.
Okay.
Until we satisfy their fears, desires, and needs. Our road trip is going to be hell.
Fears, desires, and needs. Did y'all get that? Did everybody get that? Royale got it. She said, this is good. Yes, they got it. Oh, Miss Gina smiling. Sonia Marie. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
So we want to satisfy the needs. They want to freak out. Y'all want to be in panic mode? Okay. Let's help you process panic mode. You're afraid that we're going to be put out. Got it. I hear you. And you're afraid that we're not going to have money for blah, blah, blah. And you're afraid that this and that. We're going to be destitute. You're afraid. I see you. Thank you so much.
And that's what I would do. I'd say, oh, baby, no. But I would say, Mommy got you.
Yes.
I got you. Relax.
Yes.
You don't worry about that. You got a different kind of mama. That's not even in our trajectory.
Exactly.
We walk too high for that. Yeah.
You just got above the human experience and moved into your divinity and the truth of who you are.
Oh. Okay.
That's what that is.
Okay.
Because that's where we want to live. We want to live through our divinity, not through the humanity. Humanity is not bad. It's wonderful. But it also has a lower level experience. Sometimes that vibration can be low. The more we lift up out of that by handling these 3 down here.
Yes.
We are able to move into the space of divinity, which is the space where ideas, genius happen. But I guarantee finding the answer to why we don't have enough money is not in the lower level experience. It's that vibration doesn't carry answers. It doesn't carry light. Intuition can't operate down there. Intuition has too high a frequency. It can't manage in that density.
Mm-hmm. And I understand too, to ask why is affirming the problem.
Why? Say that again?
Asking why is affirming the problem. Like,
yes,
how come this didn't happen? That's affirming there's a problem, as opposed to focusing on whatever that is in the solution. Miss Jean said, yep, ashe, with 4 different exclamation points. Okay. I love what you have on the wall. It says, I've learned that no matter what happens or how bad it seems today, life does go on and it will be better tomorrow. You gain strength, courage, and confidence from every experience in which you really stop to look fear in the face.
Yes.
Yes, 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 yes.
Notice what's happening in your body as you listen to that.
Oh, yeah, right now my body is like, it's twofold. One fold is like yes, and the other fold is like, dag nabbit, Tangi, you had so many questions. Ah,
Both of us talk, honey.
yes, we can talk.
I do too. I can't.
We can tell us about you, because I have your website up now, iElevateMe.com, and y'all should check out her website because she has a lot of things going on. But so you have a newsletter that I like. You were talking about the third Thursday. Tell us about some of the things that you have happening, because you got to come back and we got to get through with the rest of the stuff.
I would love it. I would love it. Yes. So UNCOVERY is my once a month workshop. It happens on the third Sunday of every month on Zoom.
And how much is that? UNCOVERY.
And then I do individual sessions, couple sessions, group sessions in somatics and mindfulness and energy balancing. So I have my private clients that come to me. I also do my camp in the summer. I'll be doing it this summer in LA. I've done it 2 summers in LA so far. So we'll be coming back to LA, but then I'm adding Dallas and Fort Lauderdale to the next.
Love it. And that's for what ages?
6 to 13.
6 to 13. I love that. I love that. Especially now, I've been thinking about how I can help the school system. Okay. Anything else? Tell us anything else?
I don't know. This was so much fun. I just want to hang out and now I just want to chat and all of us just share our ideas. But no, that's me. That's me in a nutshell. And I have my yoga. That's right. My yoga.
Yes.
Mondays and Fridays at 10:30 in the morning on Central Time. It's on Zoom. So if you want that link, you could just send me an email at iElevateMe@gmail.com, and you could join my yoga practice. It's donation only. It's somatics based. So we do some rigorous flow, I will admit, but I do a lot of modifications based on people's level of experience. So
I absolutely love it. Now, I want you to take a moment and feel in your body if you think you should come back before the end of the year, because there's so much that I didn't get to finish talking about, or if you think it should be at the beginning of the new year in January. What do you feel?
Okay. So what I'm going to sense into, I'm going to put 1 before the new year in my left hand. I'm going to put after the new year in my right hand. And what I'm noticing is I'm seeing the color lavender. It feels pleasant more on my left than my right. My right hand feels a little heavy, like I even feel it starting to drop. But more like before the new year.
Okay, so we're going to get off y'all and plan for another one. Sonia Marie says she's going to join your yoga class. Yes, Roy said Tangi's so sun even at night.
You sure are.
Thank you. You are absolutely awesome.
You're awesome.
Hugs. Okay, so we really are going to plan another time. So don't hang up. Y'all, I love you all so much. Thank you for tuning in. Please share and pass it on. And if you would like to donate or make an exchange of energy with Heaven High Podcast, the Cash App, the Venmo is at Tangi Ambrose, $ Tangi Ambrose. I love y'all. Heaven High. Thank you, Victoria. Don't go nowhere. So I'll be letting y'all know when she's coming back. It might be soon. I'm gonna see what I can work out. Okay. Thank you, Miss Jean, for telling me about Miss Victoria. Okay. Love y'all. Bye.